A very, very important game for St Kilda, and already a free kick has been picked out. Newport's got the tagging job on Bradley, and the free kick before the first bounce has gone to Bradley. Carlton kicking to the right of screen, and heavy work by Kernahan. This is such an important game. Carlton are currently 10th, and they certainly don't want to finish any lower than that. Meldrum across half-back, gets away from Winmar, gets a hurried kick to the half-back flank. Rice leading in the race for the football. Picks it up now, but his hand pass a little proppy. Lowe just keeps it in. No, says the boundary umpire. It goes over the line. Any significant pickups that you can see, Don?
No, not at this stage, Sandy. They're more or less lined up as they did last week, Carlton. They've got Dennis at full forward, Satori up in the forward pocket, and Kernahan. It's interesting to note that Kernahan already vigorous. He was vigorous last week against Geelong and went on and kicked 3 goals.
No breeze here at VFL Park. Conditions ideal for football. Ratton gets the hand pass away. And Greg gives away a free kick. Goes the way of James. Plays on quickly to Ratton. Towards Bassett in the centre. He's got to beat 2 of them. Kane Taylor in front. Taylor taps it forward, but it's taken by O'Sullivan. Luke O'Sullivan's got room to move. 3 bounces. He's down to the 50-metre line. Ball to ground for the 4th time. O'Sullivan shoots in towards goal, goes across the face of goal. Dennis appeared to get a bit of a nudge, but it's gone out of bounds.
It was interesting watching the forwards as Sullivan was coming down on that out of flank, bouncing the ball. They were running it every way but the right way, trying to anticipate when he was actually going to get the ball. The ball to be thrown in, Carlton's right forward pocket. Satori in front. Down to ground and coming through Verbeek.
Back in the middle once more. Vidovic, who was named on the bench, starting. Winmar tries to get through but can't. Craven caught at the bottom. Tackle too high, said the umpire, and he'll take the free kick.
Robert Harvey doesn't look too good in the centre of the ground, and that'll be a blow for St Kilda as Craven breaks from the centre out towards the right half forward flank, and coming in and taking the easy chest mark, Stuart Lowe. Lowe 55 metres out, goes long in direction of Lockett. A square. Ball to ground. Rice, can he get it off the ground?
Yep.
He has. St Kilda's first, Dean Rice.
Winmar's got a bit of room. From the back pocket, down to half-back, 2 bounces. Floating kick, poorly directed, however. Madden up with one hand, couldn't complete it. Lowe wants someone going past. He's got Greg. Kick down towards the half-forward line. Coughlin's on his own. He can head for home, Frankie Coughlin, but it's not a good kick. Hannah spills the mark. 1 behind is the result.
Well, already that Dean Greg shows that he has got a bit of toe and a little bit of football brain. He's from Camberwell to contest this boundary throw-in. Justin Madden. Simon, his brother, plays at Essendon. Madden out quickly. Elvin sends us down to the half-forward line, looking for Dennis. The ball on the ground, quickly out. Well done, Richard Dennis. Frawley follows up. Strong play. Bassett over the top. Grant there, pushes it out towards Davenport, but the ball will go over the boundary line and be thrown in just right of centre wing.
Tight opening, Don.
It's very tight, Sandy. The ball pretty hot. Also, these heavy conditions not conducive to good flowing play. Vidovic. Harvey looks all right now. He was limping earlier. The ball coming towards Madden. It looks as if he was in slow motion as Allen comes in strongly, the young fellow playing his 2nd game. Greg again figuring.
Over.
But Harvey has gone over the boundary line, and the ball to be thrown in on Carlton's left back flank.
St Kilda leading by a point. Madden the height advantage to Bradley. He's had another wonderful year, Craig Bradley, averaging 26.4 disposals a week. Verbeek, a high kick to the half-forward line. Kernahan away from Morris. Down towards Satori. Good work by Harding. The big man did well. This is Kane Taylor's kick back towards the half-back flank, and the mark taken by David Grant. Wants to go on with it to Craven. Little man's away on the centre. They've set up the loose man over the top to Harvey. Running through the middle, Robert Harvey. He stabs once Winmar. He's under great pressure, Nicky Winmar. had to try and beat 3 of them. Bradley scouting. Greg down the bottom. And we find ourselves with another bounce.
With Vidovic in the side doing all the ruck work, he's obviously going to counter Madden. Harding has gone down in the back pocket on Satori. Harding, very mobile, big man.
Madden looking to palm it down again, then has another attempt. It breaks free. Winmar a chance here. He's got Rice in the pocket and Lockett giving him a lead. Which one does he want? He wants Lockett, but it's not a good kick.
That was a shocking kick because Lockett really was on the burst. He just had to chip it over, Winmar.
Dean to Derui. Away they go. Phillips back again. In towards Madden. Lopes away with a hand pass to Dorotich. Kernahan snaking away from Morris. Wants to go over the top. Does so now. Dorotich is right down on the half-forward flank now. But his kick is, again, a poor one. Straight to Vidovic.
Well, the disposal hasn't been all that good on both sides as Vidovic in turn gets it across to Davenport. Now they're trying to run the ball out. Craven on centre wing, looking for Morris, who has come way down from centre half back. He in turn goes long in the direction of Lockett. Lockett in front. Dean, the both ball to ground. And rushed through as the umpire indicates by tapping his hand. So that's another point to St Kilda. They are now 8 points, 1 goal, 2-8. Carlton, 1 solitary goal.
Ratton in the back pocket. Over the top. Derui has to wait just for a moment. Hannah's hand pass is effective to Dorotich. His kick lacks a fortune to James. Across the centre, that's a better kick. Satori just unable to get there on the half volley. James follows it down. Left foot high kick. Wants Dennis, but a good mark taken by Kane Taylor.
Gee, that's interesting. 3 players only had eyes for the ball. Taylor, Frawley and Dennis. Taylor who finished up with it.
Davenport beaten by Bassett. Phillips tries to soccer off the ground. Davenport in again, but back towards Bassett. Taylor at the bottom. And another bounce.
Well, the umpire, Rowan Sawyer's in screen, had no alternative but to come in and throw the ball up. Restart play. Play on Carlton's right half forward flank, 60 metres from goal. Bradley quickly across to Phillips. Has his kick smothered. Taylor in turn under pressure gets it towards centre wing. Winmar in front. Derui behind. Elvin, a very consistent player. James, who's getting a lot of the ball. Derui, now Carlton running the ball as Meldrum breaks in front of Coughlin. And Kernahan on a lead. A good chest mark in front of Russell Morris. He's got to play on. He's got Dennis on a lead, but nobody at home. Goes wide looking for Satori. Harding behind. Punched down by Harding. Good play. Now the play will be released. The pressure will be relieved by St Kilda. Craven. Vidovic was involved earlier. Greg, who's had a lot of touches, as is this man. Danny Craven, the smallest man on the ground, goes to centre wing Winmar, who cops one behind the ear, but plays on quickly.
Gives it to Harvey. There's nothing wrong with him now. He wants Lockett. Beautiful. Well, the week's rest would have done that much talked about injury problem of Tony Lockett, the world of good. He's had a groin problem for some time. And so Lockett looking for goal number 85 for the season. This to make the margin 8 points in favour of the Saints. Going to be kicking from around 40 metres. Barely a breeze here at the park. Couple of steps straight through the middle. So Tony Lockett gets his first, and the Saints lead 2-2 to 1 straight goal.
Well, his last visit to Waverley, Tony Lockett only scored the 1 goal, 1 goal 3. He was on Ron McEwen that day. It wasn't a good day for St Kilda. They only scored 7 goals for the day and were soundly beaten by Collingwood. Ball back in the centre. Rowan Sawyer's about to start play. Vidovic and Madden. Free kick last time against Vidovic. He jumped a little earlier but came down with the ball. It was good play against the experienced Madden. Ball at St Kilda's left half forward flank as Coughlin gets on there quickly looking for Lockett. That's a better kick and a good lead. Lockett leading well today. He led well earlier to Winmar. It was a bad disposal by Winmar. That's the second one he's taken on the lead. A good kick and a good lead. Tony Lockett already kicked the 1 goal. And St Kilda in front by 8 points. Peter Dean, who has been in terrific form, has got the big job on Lockett today. Probably one of Carlton's better players last week, Peter Dean, together with Milhana. Lockett, very deliberate as he comes in for his second. Ball on its way. It's there. Tony Lockett's second goal. And again, looking very impressive. He is the linchpin to this St Kilda side. Important that they win today to keep their finals hopes alive. They're just hanging in the 6th.
Back in the middle once more. The bounce is not a good one. Vidovic tried to flick it wide. Greg may get a good bounce. He does. The Saints doing the bulk of the attacking. Lockett at the back. Rice waiting down. Tough shot. Oh, and he's missed. I thought for a moment he might have pulled it back far enough, but one behind only. 3-3 plays 1 straight goal. Carlton's goal coming from Simon Verbeek in the opening minutes of the game. But it's early days yet. Madden is the target. Can't mark.
Oh.
Bradley roved it beautifully, then threaded his way through, but made the mistake of having a bounce on that soft outer side. Bradley still going. Newport caught.
Really didn't make an attempt on that occasion, Stephen Newport. But what sensational roving of the pack by Bradley.
Hannah now. Putting Carlton towards Kernahan. Almost held it too. Kernahan again, legged. Thank you, Donald. Play on, call. Kane Taylor takes it from Frawley. Kicks it high to the outer side. Harvey a chance. Robert Harvey has a bounce. On centre wing. Goes up towards half forward. Winmar! Ooh. Well, the Saints looking electric at the moment. Wider to Devonport. Bassett giving chase. He almost gets him. But he gets his kick. Lockett at the back. Into the pocket it goes. Close to the boundary line and over. Well, when there is a bit of breathing space, Don, both sides can look quite fantastic. Bradley taking the ball down the ground to one end. Then Winmar. Madden trying to palm down, but straight to Rice. He's well claimed. James, nowhere to go. Eventually gets his kick out towards Milhana. And it is Hannah pushing the ball along in front. He's in good form at the moment. Phillips, wider to Alvin. With a flowing mane, he floats it to half forward. Good attempt to mark by Grant. St Kilda have the numbers there. Greg gets a kick just in time. It's very high towards the centre. All Carlton. James onto Phillips.
And 2 high position winners in turn get it across to Kernahan, who beats Kane Taylor. And should have on that occasion, having the height advantage. Stephen Kernahan quickly plays on down to the forward pocket, and a strong mark and a good mark by Danny Frawley. Takes a lot of courage to do what Danny Frawley did, but then being leader of the team, he's got to do those things. They're expected. Greg, who's also had a lot of touches. Harvey, another one who's had a lot of touches early in the game. Breaks from centre wing, looking for low in front of Dorotich. A sliding mark, and the umpire's going to pay. Yes, he is going to pay that. Stuart Lowe plays on quickly. Harvey in turn. Craven, who's also figured early in this first quarter. Dodging, weaving, Lockett on a lead. He decides to ignore him. Go goalward. But it has gone to the right-hand side of the majors, and Danny has scored a point.
3-4. St Kilda. Carlton a 1 straight goal. 7 scoring shots to 1. Maybe a little bit of early concern for David Parker. That kick out is not a good one. Coghlan, however, can't take it. That was good work. Phillips sneaks it away to Meldrum. Pops it up towards centre wing. Verbeek comes charging through. So too did Michael Sexton. Mickey Winmar asked the question. That umpire Dennis Rich, who's coming back for only his second game since that injury in the grand final last year. He officiated at Carrara last week. Meldrum, Phillips put him under the hammer, but he was equal to the task. Sexton to Alvin, loose in the centre. To half forward, and a beautiful kick. Kernahan dropping back. Will have a shot. No, he won't. Perhaps he should have. Kane Taylor. Newport in front of Bradley.
Stephen Newport, the job on Craig Bradley today. He'll be tagging Stephen, who has been in the reserves in the last couple of weeks, coming in for his first game after good form.
He started well, Greg. Across to Taylor. A high kick. Low. Was he edged out by Derui? Yes, said the umpire. So Stuart Lowe will go deep for the Saints once again. Lockett wants it long. That's where it goes. Over the top. Was it touched? One behind. 3-5. And
both sides. Sandy just about to make changes. Chris Bond coming on for Carlton. Luke O'Sullivan going off. And Gilbert McAdam also doing his stretches for St Kilda. He's about to come on.
Dorotich, his name all over that one. Bond's just come on the ground. I don't think Dorotich can see him hugging the boundary line there. Can now, but he picked him up a little late. Kernahan and Morris, free kick to the former.
And Coughlin coming off for St Kilda as Kernahan takes that free kick on centre wing. And he'll in turn go towards centre half forward. He does. The pack there in front, Madden, punched away by Vidovic. Onto it, Bassett, in towards centre half forward. Dennis has the ball punched away by Frawley. Greg, who is picking up a lot of possessions in this quarter. That's his fifth kick.
Oh.
The ball stands for Winmar, who in turn breaks Craven by himself. All he's got to do is run around a Carlton man, and he does. Spots Lockett over the top. Dean gets out as Rice goes goalward. Again to the wrong side. And Dean Rice, 1 point. He's already kicked a goal today, Dean. That's 1 goal, 2 for Dean Rice. As Millum Hanna are about to bring the ball back in. Dean on a break, getting away from Lockett. Good play, but doesn't hold onto it. Allen coming back. He'll pick up the mistake. Well done, Dean, who just smothered that handball. It would have been away for Lowe had Allen got that. And good harassment by both sides. Phillips quickly on again. Down towards centre half forward, and Bond, who has just come on. Getting away from Kane Taylor, gets a mark. Frawley in front as Dennis slips and takes an easy mark. Now Frawley will break from the 50-metre line, and again there's a lot of loose checking out there as players getting by themselves. This time it's David Grant. He'll direct play in the direction of McAdam and finds him on half forward. Just come on, Gilbert McAdam, started on the bench, goes short again to this man who's picking up a lot of possessions around midfield. Craven breaks and goes goalward. Only to see the ball marked on the line by Neil Hanna.
And just over for 1 behind. So 3-7 plays 1 goal. Under 5 minutes remaining in this first quarter. Hanna again. Phillips waits at the back. It's not necessary, however. Good mark taken by Sexton. He's got Phillips short if he wants him. He does. Kick is a poor one. Verbeek clean bowled, and it goes out of bounds on centre wing. So the Saints leading by 19 points. Vidovic, front spot, swipes it with the left hand, gains probably 10 metres. A loss today would see St Kilda drop out of the 6. Again, he hammers at Vidovic, but straight to Phillips. Spirals a kick towards half forward. Frawley did well, gets a handball away. Kernahan in with strength. Bradley, a high kick towards the 50-metre line. Devonport the spoiler. Greg waiting down. He's been busy. Off to Flory. Craven again. Receiving from Danny Frawley. And it's Craven, 3 bounces to half forward. Kicks into the man on the mark. Meldrum. Breaks clear across the centre. Now it's Carlton's turn. Bassett goes back again. Meldrum caught and gone. Quickly St Kilda finds space now. Gilbert McAdam, they're ripping this ball from one end of the ground to the other with great pace.
There's a free kick. Sandy, he's just running too far. McAdam.
He's been pinged for that a bit.
And Tom Elvin will restart plays. He goes in towards the centre, looking for and finding Paul Meldrum. Meldrum, that's better. Going longer with kicks. They bring the ball a little slow into the forward line. Carlton, as Frawley holds up play and gets it across to Davenport. He in turn goes out the centre wing, finding Nathan Burke. Players running loose, St Kilda players running loose, especially around midfield. Mopping up Derui. Goes boundary line. Safety first, but has stayed in. And now it's over as Craven goes off. Obviously to give the little fellow a run because he's picked up 12 possessions. And Coughlin coming on. Ball to be thrown in about 30 metres around from the St Kilda goal. Right half forward flank. The big man using strength. Madden, superior height. Gets the ball down, only to see it in turn over the boundary line, just beating Stephen Newport.
The crowd in excess of 33,000, Don, so good attendance. 3-7 plays 1 goal. St Kilda leading, low leaning. Out the back door to Nicky Winmar. Well, I don't know if that was intended, but it's come off. Allen has it.
It was unbelievable. Millum Hanna was 5 metres behind, hands to head. As Allen went in and took an easy chest mark. The slack just split, and there was Allen.
Tim Allen going for his first. This to make the margin 25 points as he's kicking Derui's coming off for O'Sullivan. And he's floated it through. So the Saints opening up a handy break. 4-7 plays 1 straight goal.
Well, this is the young fellow's second game. His first was last week, or last outing against Collingwood, and it was on this ground. Very impressive in that game. Tim Allen played on the half-forward flank, as you can see there. Not very much of him, but he is a tall fellow. He's got a lot of mobility and a player of the future.
Back in the centre once again. 31 plays 6, a minute and a half remaining. Vidovic and Madden. Won by Madden, but stolen by Winmar. Charging out of the centre, a long kick. That's the way to go. That is the way to go. Lockett will have a shot for number 3.
Oh, you can see the look of, what do you call it, determination or whatever on Peter Dean's face. He knew that he got trapped underneath that ball. And Lockett just stood his ground, an easy mark.
Great initiative shown by Winmar.
A sensational play, Sandy, breaking out of the centre.
This for number 87 for the season for Tony Lockett. "30 metres out, almost directly in front. Should not be too difficult for him. He snuck it home. The Saints have a very good quarter of football going. 5-7, 37, leading Carlton, 1 straight goal.
And there Peter Dean talking to Millum Hanna, obviously trying to work something out there. Tony Lockett, his 3rd goal. And as I mentioned earlier, he's the catalyst of this side. When he's firing, so does St Kilda. But then again, if an inside's got a forward who can capitalise on the work further done further up the ground, makes your job much easier. Madden. Good battle between he and Vidovic. James, who gets his hand to ball once again. He's had 11 possessions. Certainly knows where the ball's going. There's a free kick going in the way of St Kilda, Stephen Newport, but he'll have to come back. As there, Rowan Saw is indicating he's not kicking over the mark. As there's only 21 seconds left in this, the first quarter, and it's been St Kilda's quarter. Carlton started very well as Newport's looking for options down the ground. Nothing coming, so he goes with a long one out towards Greg, who's also been very prominent in this first quarter. Greg playing on quickly, looking for Rice, and there he's found him. Getting away from Sexton. Those backmen of Carlton will really have to tighten up. They're being led to the ball. As the siren goes for quarter time, and Dean Rice about to line up for his second. He's already kicked one goal to Dean Rice. Hard on the boundary line, deliberate in his approach. Ball on its way. A point.
So quarter time scores see St Kilda 5-8-38. Carlton, one straight goal. St Kilda leading by 32 points as we go into the second quarter here at VFL Park. Madden stands underneath it. Vidovic charges at him.
It's the second time that's happened.
And the second time the St Kilda big man has lost it. So Madden will take it from the middle. The Blues have got to get back into this game. 32 points down. Kernahan couldn't take the mark. Winmar at half-back, ridden into the ground. It's socket clear towards St Kilda's half-back flank with Devonport. Close to the boundary line, he's ripped off the football and it spills over.
St Kilda break in towards the centre. Meldrum getting away from McAdam. Chips it across to Phillips. Three Carlton fellows running onto it. It's Madden. In turn goes short towards half-forward flank. And Kernahan doesn't let him down. And Kernahan 50 metres out from goal. 32 points behind Carlton as Kernahan sends a long bomb in. Bradley behind Newport. Newport to ground. Satori over the top. Chips it out. Verbeek trying to bring something out of nothing. Under it, Elvin. Ratton goes goalward. Only to see a point registered when goals are a priority for the Carlton side.
O'Sullivan appears to be okay. Looked to be a hip problem. So Morris to bring it back into play. Just goes short to Burke, who goes up towards the wing. Coghlan almost interfered with by Phillips. Good use of the body by Winmar, but he just runs out of room.
Tim Pekin about to come on for St Kilda, and Craig Davenport going off.
Almost down to the wing area. James backpedals nicely. Gets a short kick. Alvin leaves it behind, but does get away from Vidovic. Gets a hurried left foot kick, only as far as Morris. They can set something up here. Burke back to Morris. He's down to the centre now. Floating kick, he wants low. With him is Dorotich. Well, Morris was felled after he disposed of the football. And Carlton doing some frustrating things here at the moment. Coghlan's loose. Plays on to Harvey. Over the top he'll go. Here's another one to Tony Lockett. That's 4.
Well, undisciplined play by Ratton. You just cannot afford to do that. Morris on the break, but Dorotich had low covered. Rui about to come on. Madden and Vidovic go at it once again. James, who's got met solidly by Morris coming off the back end of the square. He's getting up, the little fella. It's a brave act. There's Coghlan on half forward. No one around. He's got a paddock to move. He's looking for Lockett. Now sends it in the direction of Lowe. And the big fellow a diving chest mark. As Carlton about to make a change. And Ratton's going off. DeRui coming on. And I don't think you'd have to be Einstein to work out why Ratton would be going off after that free kick earlier in the quarter in the centre of the ground, which resulted in a goal. Now Stuart Lowe lining up. 6'8 Carlton, 6'8 St Kilda. Can he make this the 7th? Stuart Lowe. He has. Stuart Lowe, his first goal. It's a good battle between he and Dorotic. Playing deep in the forward line, Stuart Lowe leading from inside the 50-metre line when the ball's bounced. Running into the square, or towards the square.
The St Kilda chant goes up at VFL Park. They lead by 43 points early in the second quarter. From the middle, Phillips working hard at the bottom. Alban Claim disentangles himself from Nicky Winmar, and another bounce. Still virtually in the middle. Madden goes it again, but it's taken by Greg. What a fine game he's having. Down towards the half-forward flank. Meldrum defending. Can't shrug the tackle. Gives it to Dorotic. Off to Bassett. From half-back. Bassett goes to half-forward. Kernahan can't get into it at the moment. Bond. Harvey chasing. Bond gives it to O'Sullivan. He's okay now, Luke O'Sullivan. Goes over the top. This should be a goal to Satori. So he gets his first. And a much-needed one for Carlton. It is their second. 2-1. Plays 7-8.
Well, they ran that down with a series of handballs, Carlton. It came off for them that time. You'd like to see a long kick somewhere in amongst all those handballs. At this stage, they've had 50 handballs to 32. Peter Satori's kicked his first. Madden and Vidovic to go at it once again. Oh, another one as he slipped over Madden, and I don't think he is too good at all. That was purely accidental as Meldrum defends out towards the centre wing. Greg, who's had picked up a lot of possessions in front of Verbeek. Into it again. Strong body has Greg, and he certainly puts that over the ball. Madden's all right now. It's good to see because it is dangerous the way he slipped under the feet of Vidovic. Madden just getting there. Vidovic getting it out. De Rui leading in front of Lowe will be ridden to the ground. Should be a free kick. No, it's going the opposite way. Play on, says the umpire, as Harvey breaks. And Lockett getting away from Peter Dean. A contentious one. Could have gone De Rui's way on Lowe, but no, the umpire said St Kilda's way, and it's finished up with the big fellow, who has really come out of his shell today. 4 goals he's kicked. Lining up for 5. And St Kilda playing their hoodoo ground very well today. Tony Lockett deliberate. But it is shied past the big sticks and gone through for a point. His first point for the game. 4-1, Tony Lockett.
His opponent, Peter Dean, brings it back into play. Wants Dorotic and gets it. Up towards centre wing. Oh, clever mark. Taken by Bond. Plays on to Phillips. Kicks high towards half forward. Chance for Vidovic. He lopes away. Pekin takes the hand pass, puts it out in front of Coghlan. He's got support. Pekin followed that football down. Phillips still chasing, but Pekin pulls it round his body towards Dean Rice. Scooped it up, but scooped it straight to Alban. And Tommy Alban has got James alone in the centre. Away he goes. 2 bounces. Kernahan does the shepherding work. He elects not to take another, only as far as David Grant. He's had a fabulous year. Passes to Harvey. Oh, gives it away, but it's okay to his skipper, Danny Frawley. To half forward, Lowe with the one hand. Coghlan still going. Peeking over the top. McAdam, if it sits, he's in business. He's a very clever player. Rice in front of goal.
Oh.
Misses. And was there a handball there, do you think, Don?
There was, but it took a while for it to come off. And St Kilda made a change. It's interesting. Gregg's gone off. Now, he's picked up a lot of possessions, and Craven's come on to make the replacement. So they may be changing their midfielders off the bench, Carlton, as James takes a good mark. Picks up a lot of possessions, this young fellow, but his disposal leaves a little bit of desire. He gets it up towards centre wing. Bond, who's been in everything since coming on. He can go on, and Verbeek can go on quickly in the direction of Bassett. He found him, but Morris got back there well. As Taylor cleans up. Here he is again. Craven breaking towards centre half forward. The big fellow's at it again, and it's a free kick. It's a show of strength between Dorotic and Lowe. On that occasion, Dorotic over the shoulder of Stuart Lowe. And O'Sullivan is about to go off, and Ratton coming on. O'Sullivan injured. Suffered a hip blow earlier as the ball goes up towards Lockett.
Gee, that was clever.
The ball dropping rather viciously, but he was the only one with eyes for the ball, as the others, the defenders especially, stood flat-footed. Disconsolate Peter Dean, and obviously frustrated too. Well, 4-1, Tony Lockett. Could this be number 5? Madden about to go off, and Cavidan will be his replacement for Carlton, as Lockett lining up for number 5. And that's it.
St Kilda 8-10, 58, leading Carlton 2-1-13. The margin now 45 points.
This could be a good move, bringing Cavidan on to do the ruckworth with Vidovic, because Vidovic has been jumping into Madden, and Cavidan, a different type of ruckman, very lively. He'll use his spring and could jump over the top of Vidovic. So it'll be an interesting battle between these two youngsters.
Just on 14 minutes remaining in the second quarter. The Saints leading by 45 points. Cavidan comes on and he wins the first tap. Gives it down to James. Picks up another possession towards Kernahan. Couldn't take it. Read nicely off the pack. It comes to Ratton. Pulls it round his body. A high kick. Difficult one to grab. Waiting down Kernahan, and he's missed.
He had options in front. If he only had the vision that we have here, Sandy.
One behind to the Carlton skipper, who's led their goal kicking for the last 5 years. Carlton at 2-2. Morris passes Dennis, gives it to Kane Taylor. Off to Craven, who's been one of the busiest players on the ground. His kick is poorly directed. Bassett takes another good mark. He's on centre wing. Adrian Bassett to half forward. Who's going to get there first? Again, that ball stopped, and David Grant read it well. Kicks towards Harvey. Robert Harvey could have gone on. Instead finds Frankie Coughlin. Well, they've got it on the centre. Winmar says go. He does. Rice is the target. Hannah goes with him. Oh, St Kilda have got the numbers. Lowe may sneak away. He can't. Meldrum and Dorotic combine to get him. Meldrum's kick is only short, however. Coughlin, Darui, Burke, and now Hannah. Good play by Milhannah. Off to James. Tries to draw the player, succeeds eventually, and finds Sexton. Michael Sexton towards Kernahan. Good mark. That was better, Don.
It's a stronger mark. Also, they're using the ball a little longer on that occasion as they came down. Set it up with a handball, then a long kick. And that's the way the forwards like it. They want to get the break on their backmen. It's pretty hard when you're a forward, when the fellows up the ground are bouncing the ball and hand passing it.
So Kernahan looking for his first and his 40th for the year. Hasn't been as dominant as far as goal kicking is concerned this year. But he snuck that one home for a much needed goal. Steve Kernahan's first. Carlton trailed 3-2 to 8-10.
Well, by the reaction of the crowd on that occasion as Kernahan kicked Carlton's third, there's not too many St Kilda Carlton supporters here. Kernahan, a good battle between he and Morris. Centre-half forward and centre-half back. Kernahan starting back on the 50-metre line. Kavanaugh's just come on. Second hit down. A lively jack as Winmar breaks towards the centre. Bassett will mop up. Goes out defensively towards the wing. Meldrum leading in the race for the ball. Who'll get there first? Melbourne will run onto it. Pekin being restrained by Ratton. Ratton laying a shepherd. Coghlan. Meldrum in all sorts of trouble. Gets himself out and a quick kick over the shoulder to find Andrew Phillips. Phillips, centre wing. Going in towards the true centre-half forward position. The big men fly. Dennis down. Can he mop up? Quickly does so. Elvin breaking as he gets the ball away just as he got it away. Bradley going onto the right foot. Is this Carlton's fourth? It is. Well, Carlton bridging the gap. St Kilda 8-10-58. Carlton 4-2-26. Craig Bradley, his first. Newport doing a reasonable job, keeping Bradley down to just 7 possessions. And we've only got 10.5 minutes to go in this, the second quarter. Bradley and Newport on screen as Kavanagh and Vidovic go for it once again.
Taken by James. The Blues starting to win it out of the centre. Kavanagh overruns it. Hannah shrugs the tackle. A little too far for Ratton, but he recovers and shrugs another one. Gives it to Kernahan. He left foots it high. The Blue Boys are coming back. Three quick goals to Carlton.
Now that is the advantage of a mobile ruckman. Kavanagh got the hit down and then he followed it up. Although he wasn't clean in picking the ball up, at least he pushed it on. If you've got a mobile ruckman who can jump like Kavanagh, it's like another player because fellows nowadays are so big that they lack mobility, especially in the ruck.
Under 10.5 minutes remaining. Carlton coming back. 58 plays 32. Who will win it out of the centre? Winmar steals it. Is tackled high and will take the free kick.
There's the fight back in the centre. Vidovic and Kavanagh right in the square on the circle.
Well, play goes on sensibly. Low is the target. It's going to be free kick. Coghlan was off, but it's going to have to come back, and still they're tangled up in the middle.
Mud wrestling.
Stuart Lowe is going to have a shot from 40 metres. Almost directly in front. They're like Siamese twins, those two in the middle. Lowe's kick. It's going to be touch and go. Hammered over the back from behind.
The emergency umpire out in the centre of the ground. Kavanagh's up. And Vidovic. Now neither of them can run to create an option here. They've spent all their energy as Sexton goes out towards Meldrum and he takes the mark in front of Craven. Plays on quickly across to Bradley. Meldrum. Now they'll try and run the ball. Phillips under a lot of pressure gets away. DeRuy now a series of handballs. Elvin out towards centre wing. They're zigzagging as Bassett gets on it. He's got to go long. He does so. And a good mark. Satori in front of Paul Harding. That was a good passage of play. Peter Satori has been kicking goals of late in recent weeks. He's already kicked the one. And Carlton resurrecting themselves. Really thrashed in the first quarter as Satori lines up for the sixth for Carlton. He's gone to the left for a point. Peter Satori, 1 goal, 2.
8-11 plays 5-3. Margin of 26 points, but it was 45 points. Morris not sure where to go. What's he got though? Well, he's given it to Kernahan.
Oh, that's an interesting one. I thought the man in front may have been paid it.
Kernahan plays on. High in towards a congested forward zone. No mark taken. Satori, however, takes the hand pass. Flicks it round his body, but only as far as Morris. Right in the square. Alvin being called back to give him a little bit of space. Morris this time goes to the outer side. Greg at the back. St Kilda away. Nathan Burke towards Winmar, who's quick to recover, but he's got to beat two of them and he can't. Meldrum gets away. Carlton playing a much better brand of football. Bassett on to Cavidan. Long and low in towards full forward. Great play, and he finds Dennis. Lovely kick.
Oh, what a build-up. It was much better. Cavidan showing the skill again. The mobile ruckman. A terrific pass to Richard Dennis.
From 40 metres. Drifting it across the face and another behind. Well, what a turnaround in this game. Carlton coming back fiercely in this quarter. They've kicked 4 goals for St Kilda. Well, they haven't been idle, have managed 3 goals, 3. Kernahan again drops back and again takes the mark.
I thought there's a free kick, yes, against Bradley on Newport, shepherding. Stephen Newport goes towards centre wing. Bradley nudged out by Greg, but no, the umpire's paying the mark to Greg as he goes quickly looking for Craven. Daru behind, brings it to ground. Ratton back on the ground. Well followed up Peake, and now they're going to run the ball. Greg tackled by Cavan and over the top. Rice has got an open goal if he can kick straight. He has. His second goal, Dean Rice. Carlton 9-11-65. St Kilda 9-11-65. They made a real resurgence then. As Carlton only 5-4-34.
Just over 6 minutes remaining. Centre bounce again. Saints get a relieving goal. Greg tries to tap it out. Winmar waits and takes it, then pumps it along to half forward. Low drifts across the side of the pack. Mark. A great mark taken by Peter Dean.
Now playing in the back pocket.
Thank you, Donald. To centre wing. Fine attempt to mark by Grant. Hannah gives it to Phillips. Could have been tackled high. The umpire said no. Grant recovers first. Inside 50, low backs back. Can't take the mark. Oh, picked up by Tim Allen. Across the goals he goes, and he's put through another one. Tim Allen has booted his second, and suddenly now St Kilda put the foot on the accelerator. 10-11 to 5-4.
Well, it looks as if Carlton were going to claw their way back into this game. And then 2 quick goals changed the reflection of the scoreboard. 71 to 34 in favour of St Kilda when things just didn't look all that good. Vidovic and Cavidan at it again. Vidovic gets it to ground but really can't get it out. Bassett running onto it. Winmar there. Free kick. Yes, Carlton's way. Bassett to take it. Looking to play on quickly, finally gets away, going out to the wing. 2 Carlton, 1 St Kilda. They can set it up. Bond gets away from Taylor. Not a good hand pass. James, he'll be run down. No, he's not by Harvey. High ball and up Dennis goes, but can't bring it down. Grant will mop up. Newport, a little slow, but still gets it away. Harvey running onto the ball. 1 bounce. Looking for options. Now they're starting to run the ball. Taylor. Greg. Low in front of Doricic. Looking to play on quickly. Looking in Lockett's direction. Sexton now's got the job on him. Dean will go in front. Should be paid the mark. Oh, no, he's going to be paid the free kick, Peter Dean.
Now, should that be 50 metres?
It is going to be 50. Rowan Sawyer's right on the job. An umpire who's umpired over 300 games. And Dean will have his kick from near the centre of the ground. Goes out towards the right half-forward flank. Peakin there, a good mark over Ratton. Plays on quickly, Newport. Got the job on Bradley, one bounce. You can do that, it's rather firm in the centre there. Greg. Over the top, he goes low. A mobile big man sets sail for goal into the Lockett direction. Sexton in front, Lockett to ground. It's Phillips who gets onto it quickly in relief for Carlton. But all he's found is St Kilda players. There's three of them. Greg can't control it. Vidovic, low. Goes into their goal, but only Cavidan there, and he will relieve for Carlton.
Cavidan's at half-back. Gives it to Albert. Sexton peels off. Goes the outer flank towards Bradley. Took it well. Off to Kernahan. The Crow Eaters combine. Now it's Milhana. Bradley saying go. Craven's off for that 50 metres, and that looks like a goal. Milhana kicks his first. And as I said, Danny Craven, while that was happening, paying for the indiscretion of giving away a 50-metre penalty, is on the bench. 10-11 plays 6-4. To half-forward Cavidan.
And Andrew Cavidan for relief for Carlton. Goes long in the direction of Kernahan. Morris behind, in front, and a good mark. David Grant. Renowned aerialist. Grant plays on quickly. Kane Taylor, pressure from Dennis. Taps it on. Frawley breaking, going towards centre half forward. Meldrum, Rice under it. Behind Davenport's just come on. Phillips, pressure in the centre. James looking for option, can't find them. Then he finds Bradley. One bounce, Craig Bradley. Looking for another. He's gone for a bounce. It should be dropping the ball. It is. Advantage played. Harvey going looking for Lockett, and he just can't get it as Dean and Sexton go in. Rice over the top. That's a free kick against Rice for a push. Going in the way of Dean. Dean, turn to Cavan. Oh, shocking kick. Really didn't look where he was kicking, but luck's a fortune. Elvin's underneath. Carlton trying to set it up through James. Not a good kick off the boot by James. Strong tackle there by Taylor on Bond. Meldrum's got it, trying to pinpoint Satori in front. Ball to ground by Harding. St Kilda will run onto it through Greg, who's probably been one of the better players in this first half. Meldrum twisting, turning, gets it across to Ratton. Bassett from the wing sent. He's kicked it. Carlton 7. The wingman, Adrian Bassett. Adrian Bassett, his first. 2 points last week, Bassett. He beat Hinkley, actually. Hinkley, the half-back for Geelong. They put a tagger on him, or a defensive player on him, and Hinkley was forced to be moved. So it was a good effort by Bassett last week.
45 seconds remaining. 71 plays 46. Important to see who gets this one out of the middle. Carlton would love another one before half-time. Phillips to Hanna. They got the chance. Milhana from 44 metres. Sets sail for home and has threaded it. Carlton come back again. Hanna gets his second for the quarter. 10-11 plays 8-4.
Now that was a good goal, because he really did steady down to make sure of it. Milhana from 45 metres out on the run. You could see him actually slow down as he was making contact with the ball. And they're not easy to do, those types of goals. That was a great goal by the wingman.
71 plays 52. 19 points the margin. Harvey's kick out of the middle is smothered. Grant could have been shoved in the back, but he still keeps on working. Vidovic gives it away. Now a chance for St Kilda. There are only seconds remaining. They need a mark. Lockett! Yes! What strength. So on the siren, Tony Lockett will kick for goal number 6. And a fairly important kick, the way Carlton and Don have come back.
Yes, and I'm just wondering, had the umpire paid that free kick against Vidovic, he really did go in with his leg at that centre bounce. Having an appeal for the free kick. He's already been penalised on a number of occasions today against Madden Vidovic for the same action, but got away with it that time. And by getting away with it, Tony Lockett about to kick or lining up for number 6.
He'll be kicking from around 40 metres. He's put it straight through the middle. Tony Lockett kicked 6 in the first half and at half-time. St Kilda 11-11-77. Lead Carlton 8-4-52. St Kilda go into the second half with a 25-point lead. 11-11 plays 8-4. Justin Madden still on the interchange bench. Vidovic wins it. Greg had a busy first half. Down towards half forward. Lowe and Dorotic. Lowe picks it up. Snaps round his body. Lockett watches it sail through for a goal. What a start to the third quarter by St Kilda and Stuart Lowe. 12-11 plays 8-4.
Well, we've praised Andrew Cavidan for his work since coming on in the second quarter, but on that occasion he really didn't put his body in at the centre bounce. And Vidovic ran straight, got the ball down. Had there been more of a contest, at least the ball would have come down into dispute. But they got it out of the centre too easily on that occasion, St Kilda, and Lowe's second.
83 plays 52, 31 points. Vidovic again wins it, again down to Greg, dodging and weaving. He pumps it down towards the forward line. Through Lowe it goes. Socket off the ground. And there's going to be a free kick. It'll go back to Carlton. I think Sexton may take a free kick in the back pocket. Cavidan and Lowe. The back, Phillips, DeRuy and Rice. Cavidan got a hand to it. Lowe scoops it out, but straight to DeRuy. A high kick back towards centre wing. No mark. The race is on. Kernahan. Well, he got it out, but straight to Danny Craven. He had a fabulous first half. Craven heads towards Lockett. Can't take it. Rice into the open goal, and there's another one. So the Saints again with 2 quick goals. Skip well clear, 13-11-89. Carlton are 8-4-52.
Well, Rice really did break open a pack. The space came and found himself in a lot of space. Had plenty of time to come back on the right foot. His third goal, Dean Rice. He's kicked 3-3 and really coming back into some form today. .22 minutes to play. Cavidan up a little early. He's really got to put his body in against Vidovic. St Kilda getting the break once again. They've done this in the third quarter. Lockett, Dorotic. Winmar, can he get away? No. Tackle strongly. Is it too high?
Oh.
No, the umpire said dropping the ball. And against Nicky Winmar, Peter Dean to relieve, and he'll play on quickly to Bassett. Carlton will try and run this ball. They've got numbers there. Dorotic, Elvin adding support. Elvin with nowhere to go. Dorotic in the direction of Verbeek. In front, Grant. That's his second strong mark for the third quarter in front. Doing well, David Grant, and a lot of teammates of his are coming back into form as he is in this game. Greg, first gamer, he's picked up a lot of positions. Handballs to Coughlin. Now they're going to run it. Vidovic can't follow it up. Bit slow. Winmar. Bassett. Ratton. A high one by himself for a beat. Goes on quickly to Kernahan's got the break on Morris, and he'll go back for a set shot. 50 metres out. The captain goes short. Harding punches the ball away. Taylor to mop up. He'll go change direction to Newport. getting away from Dennis. Stephen Newport had the job on Bradley in the first quarter. Harvey being held, you can see there, Elvin holding. Finally the umpire's seen it, and the free kick will go Robert Harvey's way.
Coming up for his 13th kick, he wants Dean Rice. Finds him just outside 50. Sexton keeping an eye on Lockett. Rice in towards Lockett. Oh, he got the fly. Pushed down eventually for one behind.
It's well done by Peter Dean to follow up then. He came over the back, used his experience to get over and push the ball over.
13-12. Plays 8-4, so it's 25 effective scoring shots to 12. Sexton again towards Alvin. Now he was held. Tommy Alvin still really in the back pocket. Wants Kernahan. Grant, the effective spoiler, and Bradley can't keep it in.
A rejuvenated player this year since transferring from Hawthorn. Low, a strong mark. Plays on quickly, the big fellow. From the edge of the square, goes in direction of Lockett, who's by himself. No. Oh, there's a free kick. There's a push on Tony Lockett. He's kicked 6. He's only 20 metres out. The angle about 45 degrees, so it shouldn't present a problem for him. Plenty of goal face open to him. Quite deliberate, adjusting his clothing. And now he lines up.
What's he booted on? 6-1, is it, today?
6-1, Sandy. Could this be 7-1 or 6-2? He's kicked at the big fellow, and St Kilda starting to go away. St Kilda 14-12, 96. Carlton 8-4, 52.
96 plays 52. Vidovic wins it to Greg. What a game he's played today. Over the head of Lowe it goes, but he backpedals and gets it. He spoons it out, but it goes straight to Derui. Grant. Well, he's also been a great performer. Certainly playing back to his best again. Winmar's got to show courage, and does. Down to Craven from 48 metres. He has a shot at goal. He floats it wide, however, and it's one behind.
Gee, that was a good effort by Nicky Whitmar. He really had to go there, and just by the effort, he got it down to Craven. That was terrific team stuff by Nicky Whitmar.
45 points now the margin, and the Saints earlier in the game led by that margin. Carlton cut it back to 19 points, but they've shot away again. Dorotich almost down to the half-back flank.
They'll have to make a change, I think, Carlton in the ruck, Sandy.
Bit of pushing and shoving going on there. Caviton was in front, and he will take the football. In fact, as I speak, Don, it looks as though Justin Madden is about to come back on. So your coaching skills are very apparent. Phillips, Bassett almost throws it over the back to Phillips again. Down to half forward. Chancing his arm was Vidovic. An opportunity for Meldrum. Shoots in towards goal, but he's away to the left and one behind only. So Carlton's first score of this third quarter are behind. They move to 8-5. St Kilda have added 3 goals too. Kane Taylor has it at half-back.
Nowhere to go. Finally finds Frawley, who's starting to run. It's good to see the full-back running. Newport, a high ball. Really not looking for a teammate, hoping, and puts it up high, and it's going to be run out by Bassett. Hannah under all sorts of pressure. Burke, who laid that good tackle. Bassett onto the right foot, spots Dennis, who's just about to go off through interchange. He in turn goes down looking for Bond, but he's just Phillips. He's just a little too small against Morris. Now it's Bond. He'll go high, and he does, in the direction of Satori. but it's Verbeek now mopping up. Newport over the top. Craven, who's picked up a lot of possessions today, to Pekin. Pekin in towards Harvey. Clean bowls him. Dean. Alvin. Grant. Dennis Rich. My ball, boys. I'll restart the game. St Kilda 14-13, 97. Carlton 8-5, 53. Carlton kicking to right of screen. Harvey under pressure from Elvin. And play will be restarted.
Just under 15.5 minutes remaining in this vital third quarter. Vidovic and Satori. Won by Vidovic. Pushed down towards Greg. Clever tap onto Harvey. Well, he's got Craven even further forward if he wants him, or Pekin. In fact, that pair will combine. Look at Craven go. Sexton out in front of Lockett. But Lockett recovers beautifully. Gives it away to Tim Allen. Allen shoots in towards goal and bang, there's another one. Three goals to Tim Allen. And St Kilda moved to 15-13, 103. 50-point leaders over Carlton, 8-5, 53.
Good play by Tony Lockett, getting it across to Allen. And Allen, who's been around the club for 3 or 4 years, and every time he's just about to make his debut, he either breaks or has in the past broken a jaw, an arm or a shoulder. Let's hope the fellow can stay injury-free because he looks like he's got some class.
Back in the middle once more. Vidovic gets it away to Greg, who shoots down towards Lowe, shovels it out for Coughlin going past on the 50-metre line, gets clear, pulls it in towards full forward, Lockett at the back. Thought for a moment about playing on, but will now go back for number 8. And haven't the full forwards stolen the spotlight in recent weeks?
Well, he does hold the record against Carlton as far as the top goal kicker is St Kilda. He's kicked 10, and he's well on target to beat that record. He kicked 12 this season.
15 metres out. Directly in front. Lockett has booted 8. 3 in the first quarter, 3 in the second, and now 2 in the third. St Kilda running away, 16-13 to 8-5.
Well, it is an impressive, I'll try that again, an impressive display by St Kilda. Carlton started well in this game, but really St Kilda have taken over. They mounted a bit of a challenge in the second quarter, Carlton, but now it's just all St Kilda, and mainly due to the efforts of Vidovic in the centre here, and they're getting the break, St Kilda. Vidovic and Madden go at it again. It's Madden's turn. That's the first time Carlton have shown anything in the centre break. Now they've got it away. Kavanagh, well done over his head. Morris will run to this ball. And he'll clear for St Kilda. Good play, Russell Morris. Burke now, well done again, Morris. That's terrific running to Winmar, who can't get away. Run down by Carlton. Hannah, he's a beautiful kick of the football normally. Goes short this time, and it's a good pass. And Simon Verbeek, getting one of his few marks against David Grant. Plays on to Phillips. Phillips in turn over to Bradley. Deep in the pocket. Will he centre? No. He goes across the face of goal. And Satori will take the mark. Frawley appealing. Actually, just looking at Bradley, I think he really did mean to pick out Satori then. Peter Satori played mainly in the forward pocket today. He's already kicked goals. Ooh. Lines up for his second. But it has hit that big stick in the centre, and that registers a point.
To clear, he's got a couple down at half-back. Craven had it spent almost before he got it, but now he's clear. Looking to half-forward and Stuart Lowe. The casual one-hander, if you don't mind. Lockett's in the square. He goes shorter. Nathan Burke gives it to Tim Pekin. Pekin heads for home and misses. One behind. And he starts the long haul back. 16-14. Plays 8-6, under 11 minutes remaining.
Sexton going short and finding Derui. Now he's looking for options further down the ground. The long kick from Steve Derui. Greg in front, a strong mark. A terrific first up for this fellow. Number 27, formerly worn by Rod Owen, who's now at Melbourne. Greg goes long. The big pack, ball to ground. Harvey running onto it. Over the left shoulder. But the ball to be thrown in. St Kilda's right forward pocket. Tim Allen in screen. Just running out of picture. Madden and Lowe to do the ruck work. You test the strength between these two big fellows. Nobody really got it down. Madden onto it this time. Elvin breaks away. Goes in towards the centre, but who does he find? The opposition lays a Vidovic. Vidovic, really the man who got them going, St Kilda, and this is the third quarter out of the centre bounce. Goes long in direction of Lowe. Up they go. Coughlin will run onto it. The goal face open. He goes goalward. He's kicked it. And St Kilda marching on in this third quarter. St Kilda 17-14, 116. Carlton 8-6, 54.
6 goals, 3 to 2 behinds this quarter. So the St Kilda chant goes up from the middle. Oh, look at the steal by Winmar. Gracefully out of the middle. From 70 metres, he looks for Lockett. And he finds him. Great play out of the middle.
They've had some wonderful performance today, St Kilda. Craven, Greg in the centre. Grant on the back line. Winmar and Lockett up forward, as well as Stuart Lowe. Harvey's picked up a lot of possessions. And this all goes well for the finals.
Well, Lockett going for number 9, Don, and we've got to start thinking, is he going to get his 100 next week? He's kicked 92 for the season at the moment. 30 metres out. Should not miss from there. And does not. A model of consistency, Tony Lockett. 3 in the first, 3 in the second, 3 in the third. The Saints 18-14. Carlton are 8-6.
Well, when you consider he's kicked 92 goals from 14 games, it is a terrific effort. We're into round 21. And he missed a lot of games early, Tony Lockett, but when he came back, wasn't he sensational? Craven by himself, as he's been all day, breaks, going to the centre. Heavy Shepherd going to be laid by Lowe, and Craven to Lockett. Good team play. A heavy Shepherd by Lowe allowed Craven to go in on an unrestricted path. And Tony Lockett lining up for St Kilda's 19th. The angle will be a problem.
Goal number 10.
And he will equal, if he kicks this one, his own record against Carlton. He kicked 10 back in 1989. Big fellow sends the ball on its way. It's only a point. So St Kilda march on 18-15, 123. Carlton 8-6, 54.
Just over 6 minutes remaining. This is Ratton. One bounce, then up towards centre wing. Winmar! Well, that's the second exciting grab he's taken today. Centering kick low.
Doricic now on Lockett. Dean out the centre half forward, centre half back on Lowe.
Look at that. Look at that. Pekin and Newport combining. Firing it into Tony Lockett. 9 goals, 2. for him to date.
Well, he's kicked 12 on 2 occasions this year, Tony Lockett. Against Adelaide and Sydney.
Well, the Saints have had a bye. Perhaps he's trying to get Djakovic and Dacos off the front pages of the paper. He's directly in front. He'll be kicking from just under 40 metres. Just a couple of steps, then he lays back. And I think he's missed again.
Yes, as soon as that ball left his beat, the hands went out, indicating, oh, another miss.
It's that 9-3. But they lead by 70 points. Alvin drifts into the back pocket region. Gets away from Harvey. Towards Hannah. With him is Burke. Good use of the body by Mil Hannah. Well, this quarter really does appear to have broken Carlton. Caverton, 2 grabs. Couldn't take it. Bradley off the ground. Clever piece of soccer work. Morris, Newport, well claimed. The umpire, Dennis Rich, says no. It's not a holding the ball decision. We'll have a bounce on centre wing.
Dennis Rich will throw the ball up. It's rather heavy, especially over the member's side. But it's a free kick. It's going Madden's way. Justin Madden has been down actually in fitness in the last couple of weeks. He's just shown up that he's had an iron deficiency, so let's hope he gets that back up and becomes a player he was earlier in the season. James, who really knows where the ball's going, doesn't get it out that time. Harvey, now they'll run it. Grigg, who's had a fantastic day. Winmar. Oh, loose players everywhere for St Kilda. Winmar, can he control it? Bassett in pursuit. Lockett. He goes long from 60 metres out. Lockett by himself, backing into the pack. Ball to ground. Rice. And Meldrum, did it go over the boundary line? No. Over the goal line? No. Sexton, an awkward looking kick. Madden, underneath, an easy chest mark. And players hovering around Madden, waiting for the handball. Goes to Ratton, in towards the centre. Kernahan on the lead. Morris behind, a strong mark. It's been a great battle between these two. Kernahan gave Morris one early in the game. Behind the ear. A high ball. Favours the big men. Satori in front. Solid game by Harding today. Not spectacular, but solid in the back pocket. Normally a ruckman. Was played as a permanent back pocket. The Simpson medalist. 3 minutes to go. He's only had the one kick, but it's still been a solid effort. He's been punching down. Satori has found it hard to get his normal quota of goals. Ratton figured in this third quarter. Cross to Kernahan. Caverton in front. Can he control it? No. Frawley in pursuit, dropping the ball. Oh. No! Holding the man against Danny Frawley.
What do you think, Don?
Touch and go. I agree with Danny Frawley.
Well, just over 2 minutes remaining. Andrew Caverton coming in for his 6th kick and looking for his first goal. Spent time on the bench, started the day on the bench. Certainly added some agility to the Carlton lineup. He floats that one through for a goal. And that is Carlton's first goal for the quarter. They've kicked only 1 goal, 2 for the term. So they move to 9-6, trailing St Kilda 18-16.
A rather casual looking kick by Andrew Caverton. Not the properly executed drop punt.
Helicopter.
A helicopter?
Back in the middle once more. Won by Madden. We've got just under 2 minutes remaining in this third quarter. Taylor has Newport wide.
Has done well on Craig Bradley today, Stephen Newport.
To half forward, the charging low comes out, but he can't climb over Justin Madden. Winmar waiting for that ball to be swept wide, but it wasn't to be. Phillips has it in the centre. Sting's gone out of this game a little now. Phillips to his skipper. Too far out to score, but he can drop it into the pocket where Alvin has lurked. He's still 60 metres out, stabs for Satori in front of Harding.
Well, they're not direct in their attack on goal, Carlton. They're very indirect, but they're retaining possession. Satori is well within kicking distance. He'll probably let this go from about 45 metres out. And the angle is also about 45 degrees. He's already kicked the one.
Swung across the face of goal, Don. One behind. That may well be the last score we'll have for the quarter. 9-7. Plays 18-16.
1 goal, 3. Peter Satori.
And 1 goal, 3 is what the Blues have kicked in this quarter. So Russell Morris will bring it back into play. He's combined with Taylor a couple of times doing that today. Kane Taylor. Madden, can he get there? Sprints, but can't quite. Verbeek has been well held today. To half forward Satori. Well, the distance would test him, but he's got Kernahan dropping back. Morris is with him, but Morris is behind and can't get there to punch. This will be the last kick for the quarter.
He's like Stuart Lowe at the other end of the ground. Those two fellows are just strong, remarkable marks. As the siren goes for three-quarter time. And Stephen Kernahan, 2 goals, 1 today. And all of those scores coming in the second quarter. Magnificent mark. I was going to say kick, but mark. And he's lining up for his third. Carlton's 10th if he kicks it. And he's kicked his third, and Carlton's 10th right at three-quarter time. St Kilda leading 18-16, 124. Carlton 10-7, 67.
St Kilda holds a commanding 57-point lead going into the final quarter here at VFL Park in front of a crowd of more than 33,000 this afternoon. Carlton have got pride on the line. Meldrum. Ratton sweeps it wide towards Phillips. Centering kick in towards half forward. A clash of bodies. The ball spills free. Bond to Kernahan. Sends it in towards full forward. Sexton from one end of the ground to the other, and that ball taken over the line in Carlton's left forward pocket.
Well, he started in the back pocket. Michael Sexton was moved on to Lockett. Now Verbeek is in the back pocket and Sexton on the forward line.
So a throw in the left forward pocket. Vidovic and Cavadon. Sexton lost it. Picked up by Greg, and under pressure out of bounds on the full, probably the first blemish
mistake he's made, Sandy.
Yep, it's been a fantastic game by Dean Gregg, former Hawthorn under-19 best and fairest winner.
27 possessions.
So Tommy Alvin. On a tight angle, has kicked it behind.
Tried hard, Tommy Alvin, today. Good first half. And Russell Morris will bring the ball in for St Kilda. He's had a really good battle with Stephen Kernahan. Kernahan looks as if he is now playing at full forward. Morris has gone everywhere that Kernahan has gone. Grant, Sexton, Elvin goes goalward. Has he kicked it? He has. Tommy Elvin's first goal.
Bassett in the middle, has Meldrum if he wants it. Elects to go more directly with a floating kick towards half forward. Madden over the top, asks the question, and it is answered in the affirmative.
Big question is, Sandy, will he make the distance? There's a big hole in front of him.
And he's not even going to go for it. He's short passing. An interesting kick. Phillips. That just about went over the line. And now there's a free kick going the way of Bond. For a tackle that was too high. Right on the boundary line, he's going short again. Got to come back.
Really, Bond is not much closer than that of Madden earlier, but the angle far more acute.
Runs round a little. Good looking long kick into the square, and that's a mark. Satori will have a shot, point blank range, and should score. He's booted just the one. That was in the second quarter. Now he's booted two. So 2 quick goals to Carlton in this final term sees them move to 12-8-80, trailing St Kilda 18-16, 124. The margin is back to 44 points.
2 goals, 3 to Peter Satori. As we're about to get the game going, once again, Madden and Vidovic. Vidovic has rucked tirelessly all day, and both have been doing that, jumping into one another. But it's Madden who gets a break. Up on the half-forward line, and it's Bond, who's been really impressive since coming on. Quickly plays on in direction of Cavan, and can he get it? No, he doesn't. Frawley will run onto it and mop up well. Pekin, who's come off interchange bench. Clears for Carlton to find Craven, who's picked up a lot of possessions around midfield. Run down by Hannah, who still gets his kick. Allen being held by Verbeek. Play on, says the umpire. No man's land. Harvey the first there. Allen running onto it well. Low. Can he break it? No, but gets tackled rather high from Hannah, and he'll pick up the free kick.
The official crowd, Donald, 32,615.
Low, high in the direction of Lockett. LaRue in front, punched away by Lockett. Well done. It's mopped up by Elvin. Madden, one hand by Meldrum. Rice, fed out. Winmar can't control it. Now comes back, looking, well smothered Bassett. Rice, quick kick over his shoulder, and Lockett can't take it. Matten to map up for Carlton as they run the ball through Elvin out of the back line.
Up towards Hannah. With him is Burke. And the latter hammers it over the line. On the boundary line on the outer side. Passes with a centering kick. Satori. Bassett. Threw it out. And eventually a behind is kicked by Phillips. With under 20 minutes remaining. So only got to get round Bassett, but he goes back.
He was gone.
He was. This time he goes towards Allen, who can't mark. Body over the football. He may lose this.
And he does. Tim Allen. Still a dangerous player up on that forward line. 6'3". He's got a lot of mobility. Verbeek, who started on the forward line, has now got the job on Allen. The high ball, Madden. Bradley. Now Carlton will run it. Phillips, his 28th possession coming up. High one. And Satori. Is he going to play on? No. Bond telling him to steady down. Just starting to get the break on Harding. Harding's been punching the ball away for 3 quarters. Now Satori taking marks as he lines up. He's kicked it. His 3rd goal. St Kilda still holding a commanding lead. 18-16, 124. Carlton 13-9, 87.
They've pegged them back, though. The lead was out to somewhere around 10 goals. And it's now 37 points. Under 18 minutes remaining in this final quarter. Madden, Phillips, possession number 29, to the half-forward line. Good work by Frawley off to Burke. Gives a little ground to make more. Morris sweeps it very wide to Rice. Another one to Newport. Now he's got room to move. Allen heads for the flank. And that's where he heads. Good mark. Plays on quickly because Lowe's dropped in the hole. And he takes the mark 45 metres out.
Good passage of play by Allen. Firstly the mark. And then to play on quickly and spot Lowe. Maybe Tommy Oliver could have gone and put a bit of pressure on Stuart Lowe.
Lowe has 2 for the day, Donald.
Purely academic. As Lowe lines up for Carlton, St Kilda's 19th goal. 35 metres out.
Oops.
Stutters, and the ball just didn't make the distance as Dorotich has now got the job on Lockett. Takes his 5th mark. Started at centre half back, John Dorotich. Plays on quickly. Bassett has been one of Carlton's better players. Breaks from the 50-metre line in towards the centre. Low on a charge. Dean stands his ground. James wanting to play on quickly, does so. Sexton, who's given a bit of life. Grant in front. Well done, David Grant, but it's Sexton who butters up. Satori, Harding in front, but it's a strong mark by the St Kilda defender captain, Danny Frawley. Coughlin, no one around. 1 bounce. 2 bounces. The turf rather heavy where he is. Over the top to Rice. Rice has got nobody in front. Finds Lowe eventually. Brought to ground, but play on. Dean in hot pursuit. Bassett. Lowe. Dean getting it on quickly. Phillips picked up a lot of possessions today. Bradley has been shaded by Newport. And turn across to Madden. Always handballs when he gets near the ball, Madden. DeRui. Oh, ooh. James running with the flight of the ball. That's courage. Michael James, his 24th possession coming up.
Floating kick to accommodate Satori. Carlton finishing this game off far the better at the moment. Finds Brent Ratton. One would imagine Kenny Sheldon wouldn't want the Saints to have taken the foot off the accelerator, even though they held a commanding lead. Brett Ratton has goal. His first. And Carlton come back 14-9, 18-16. We've got 14 and a half minutes to go. Stranger things have happened at sea, Donald.
They might have, Sandy, but we're at Waverley, so I don't see how we can get a comparison between the sea and Waverley, but then again, I'll go along with that analogy. Ratton has probably had a consistent season.
Back in the middle once more. 124, plays 93. St Kilda's lead has been cut to 31 points. Phillips again. Newport, like a train, just keeps on going. Meldrum leading Coughlin. But Frankie applies the pressure and he gets out of trouble beautifully. He gives it to Robert Harvey. Lockett, what's he going to do? Where's he going to go? He's right there in the square.
Well, Lockett was in 2 minds. He didn't know whether to lead. He was jogging, going left, right, backwards, forwards, as Harvey was bouncing the ball around the wing. And then Harvey, well, he really didn't spot Lockett. He just put it in the direction of goal. And when you're hot, the ball falls in your hands, and it did on that occasion for Lockett.
Number 10 coming up. Point blank range. No drama with the angle. Tony Lockett has booted 10. 10 goals, 3. And St Kilda moved to 19-16. A steadier Carlton of 14-9.
He's equalled his record, Tony Lockett. That of 10 goals against Carlton. He booted 10 back in 1989. Well, let's hope, Sandy, that he can beat his record, because he hasn't gone past 12 goals. He's kicked 12 on a number of occasions, twice this year in rounds 7 and 9. Vidovic and Madden go at it again. Oh, Vidovic taking his eye off the ball. Rice crashing through. Hannah underneath. Nobody can get it out. And the umpire says, my ball, boys. It was Burke. Just got his kick to it. We'll just have to restart play. Dennis Rich in screen. Rowan Sawyers, the other umpire officiating today. 130, playing 93. The biggest break in the game was at three-quarter time. 57 points in favour of St Kilda. But Carlton are coming back. One trying to take the advantage, one allow the umpire to bet. Oh, pushing, that's against Madden, but play on. Winmar in the direction of Lowe. Who'll win in this race? It wasn't Dean, it was Bond. He gets it over the left shoulder. Hannah running onto the ball. Millum Hannah will look for options further down the ground. He can centre it. He's got Ratton if he wishes in the centre by himself. He spots Bond, who was halfway between Ratton and Hannah. And he in turn goes looking for Kernahan, but he finishes up limping. The captain, Sexton, has given a bit of life on the forward line since being moved there in the last quarter. Traps the ball. And again, play to start right on the boundary line. The ball to be thrown up. Cavidan and Vidovic. Frawley just keeps it in. Decides to play it out through handball to Rice. In turn goes wide, but I think this will be over the boundary line in the full. Yes, it is. And Hannah to take the resultant free. He in turn goes long to Carlton's right forward pocket. A big pack fly. Ball to ground. Phillips onto it quickly. But it's Rice who will mop up. Two St Kilda players. Greg has picked up his 29th possession. The ball dropping in the sunlight. Madden in slow motion. Low. Did Madden infringe? No. Dean to take it away for Carlton. In bright sunlight. Hannah looking. Trying to spot a teammate further down the ground, but it's Rice who'll come in and again clear for St Kilda. Morris had a good battle with Kernahan today. Nathan Berg running around, trying to set something up. Morris will run onto it again. The ball stops dead in the glue pot. Morris loses his footing in turn. And the ball to be thrown in on centre wing. St Kilda a commanding lead, 19-16, 130. Carlton 14-9, 93.
Russell Morris, 15 possessions for the day. Madden over the top to Bradley. What a tackle. Impossible to do anything about that when one hand is held. And Greg can be very proud of this day. Over the line on St Kilda's left half forward flank.
You have to go a long way back to find a debut by a player who's picked up, well, 30-odd possessions. Yep. The game's not even over, Sandy. There's 10 minutes to go. It's a terrific effort.
Peter Dean. A high kick back towards centre wing. Kernahan and Morris, they've been stuck like glue all day. Nicky Winmar is a wizard, but he gets underneath that kick. It's a difficult one to mark. Vidovic stands his ground. James goes through. Bradley caught again. Ball spills free, however. James under tremendous pressure. Look at that tackling by McAdam. Ferocious work. And we've only got 9.5 minutes remaining in the game, but still they go at it hammer and tongs. Madden. Cross to Bond, now James. Little bit of room. Morris has his name all over that one.
He's been a good player today, Russell Morris, for St Kilda.
Floating kick towards the wing. A little bit of nudging there. No.
Yes, I think the umpires picked that up.
There was. Bond just giving a little push. Now they've got the loose man down across that half forward line. Greg again finds Rice over the top to Frankie Coughlin. Frankie is 50 metres out. He chips it below. And he's saying, where's Lockett? Don't worry, he give it to him. What a gesture. How easy is that for number 11? He looked around and said, where are you, me boy? Do you want another one? 11.
Did he really?
He did. 2016 plays 14-9.
Well, it's a remarkable effort. It was a good effort by Lowe earlier to take that mark. It's like Stephen Kernahan, if they get the drop, they're very sure in their hands. He played on quickly and unselfishly gave it to Lockett, who's gone in for his 11th. Madden and Vidovic to go at it again. Vidovic has rucked tirelessly all day. It's Madden over the back of the head looking for Bradley. Can't get it out, but it's Vidovic who follows up. McAdam's been on the bench today.
Oops.
Oh, basketball stuff by Rice. Gregg, that's number 32 possession. Coughlin showing speed. Will he look for Lockett? No, he'll go goalward. Has he done it? No, he hasn't.
I'm glad this isn't a close game, Don, because I fear for your voice.
It's the only concern you've shown all day.
One behind. Under 8.5 minutes remaining. Verbeek.
4 points today, Frankie Coughlin's kick.
McAdam couldn't take it. Hannah can. Milhannah on halfback. A high kick. Pekin and James. James almost pulled it in with the one hand. Pekin then back to James. Spilling free now. Frawley tries to do it with his feet. In the glue pot, James gets it out to Phillips. Just gives a little bit of ground. Now Hannah. And Tommy Alvin marks inside 50. There's no one in the square. He thought about going on. Now he goes on into the pocket and finds Phillips.
It was a little too far out, Tommy Alvin. He did the right thing. Phillips much closer to goal.
Andrew Phillips. Goal umpire has a good look and says one behind over.
He's picked up a lot of possessions today, Andrew Phillips. He was a good player last week. That's his second behind for the day. He's yet to kick a goal. As again, Russell Morris will bring the ball back in. Just over 7 minutes remaining in this game, which really has been St Kilda's all day, except for a challenge mounted in the second quarter. Gregg, a remarkable debut. Bond, who's done well since coming off the interchange bench, across to Madden, who's also been on interchange today. Plays on. It's a better kick, a longer kick into the forward line. Will it flow through? It has. Well, Justin Madden, his first goal. Struggling to make the distance. And that's Carlton's 15th. St Kilda 2017, 137. Carlton 15-10, 100.
And a wry smile on the face of Justin Madden. 6.5 minutes remaining. Cavidan will relieve him and do the ruck work, but it goes straight down to Bradley, who kicks up towards half for David Grant. It's a wonderful mark for his size. Asked to play on now. Wants Burke. Hannah comes over the top. Hasn't been much wrong with Milhannah's game today. Gets around Nathan Burke. Kicks back into the shadows. Kernahan is lurking there. Well, he's picked up 17 kicks and taken 13 marks.
And also 3 goals.
He won't be adding to that with this kick. Not his personal tally anyway. Grant again takes it from Winmar. Into Coughlin. In front of Meldrum. He's got McAdam over the top. Now Gilbert can run. Away he goes. Lockett would like an even dozen for the day, but that one drops short, and Peter Dean takes the mark. Yes.
And Dean to Dorotich. Bassett has put in a reasonably good game today. Plays on with a handball. Verbeek now playing on the back line. Started on the forward line. Clears for Carlton. And Kernahan getting away from Morris. He's going to play on in two minds, then drops it into the hole. Who'll get there? Kane Taylor. In a bit of trouble running backwards now. He'll try and run the ball out. He's got options. Morris in turn could get it across to Vidovic if he wanted. Decided to do it alone. And Pekin will see the ball over the boundary line. It'll be thrown in, centre wing. Madden or Kernahan, Vidovic to do the work. Kernahan behind. Pekin will mop up. Morris. Winmar, Bassett. Winmar content to see the ball over the boundary line. St Kilda a 37-point lead. Carlton have pegged them back by 20 points in this the last quarter.
Here's the throw in. Cavidan wins it, but Winmar takes it away. Off to Pekin. His kick is high towards centre wing. Verbeek takes the mark. Goes into the centre. Alvin and McAdam. Wearing him like a blanket. Dean intercepts. Back to Alvin, who's snuck away, this time from McAdam from 50 metres. Tommy will have another goal. One behind.
Good build-up by Carlton. It looked good anyway. Just the result wasn't on the board.
6 straight goals the margin. Danny Frawley to the outer side for Tim Pekin. Towards Grant and Sexton on the wing. Close to the boundary line and taken over. For another throw-in.
Sexton well up from the forward line. Still playing on the forward line because Grant is still with him. No ruckman, but Hannah will do the work. No, it's Hannah. It's Rice in front. Lays the tackle. Burke will come onto it. Quickly gets his kick into no man's land. Greg will run into this. Will he get another possession?
Oh,
he's at 32. He'll get a kick. Yes, this will be his 33rd possessions. A remarkable effort. Solidly built. He's done it in the hard way. He's put his body in. The high ball, low in front, goes for it. Dean will mop up. Newport, Lockett by himself. Can he mark it? No, on the second attempt, but follows up well. Snaps over the left shoulder.
He's kicked it.
He's done it. Oh, what an effort.
What's that, 12?
It's his 12th goal, Tony Lockett. St Kilda 21-17, 143. Carlton 15-11, 101. And that's his 96th goal for the season, Tony Lockett. 4 goals to go. We've got 2 1/4 minutes.
Centre bounce. Is there time for another one? Winmar's kick is high. Oh, Dean at the second attempt juggled it, then he played on to Meldrum. Paul Meldrum on centre wing. Forced wide and put under great pressure. He kicks out of bounds on the full.
Well, the question remains, Sandy, will Tony Lockett ever get over 12 goals? That's the most he's ever kicked in a game.
Well, there's still time. Don't worry. Low. Over the top to Harvey. There's still time, Donald. What's he going to do? Lockett wants it short. And he's got it.
Well, again, he was in 2 minds. Harvey went for that bounce. Lockett was behind and then decided to go on the lead himself. And a nice little chip pass from Robert Harvey. And he's lining up for his 13th goal. Well, we've had 2 players already kick 13 goals this season. Peter Sumich and Peter Dacos. Tony Lockett has kicked 12 on 2 occasions. Can he get up there with the other leaders.
Should really have had 15 to date, didn't he? He missed a couple of easy ones.
Well, he's kicked 12 goals, 3.
And gave away a couple.
Here he is.
This for number 13 from 30 metres. There is number 13. What a performance. And he goes up and thanks Robert Harvey. He was the man who found his chest. 22-17 to 15-11.
It's a great effort. It is a great effort for any player to kick 13 goals. And Tony Lockett has done it for the first time in his career. He's had 3 opponents today.
Centre bounce once more. Only half a minute left. Dean Rice pumps St Kilda down to the half-forward line once again. But this time Peter Dean in front of Stuart Lowe takes the mark. Wide for Meldrum. His kick goes over centre wing. Was looking for Bond. McAdam cleverly off to Taylor. Kane Taylor's kick will find Tim Allen. Wants to play on and he sweeps it wide to Rice. He's got Coughlin short and Frankie takes the mark. Plays on over the top to Lowe. He'll go over the top. Will he try and draw him? No, he shoots. And he has kicked the goal. Stuart Lowe has kicked his 3rd goal on the siren. I reckon he thought about trying to draw the player and go over the top to Lockett. But a big victory for St Kilda with that goal on the siren, taking their score to 23-17, 155. Carlton of 15-11, 101.
This has been a Fox Sports presentation.